Hey everyone, welcome back. As always, my name is Oz. Today we're continuing on our playthrough of Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. In the last episode, well, we found Sayaka's body. We found her in our bathroom. So let's see what happens from here. When I opened my eyes, I found myself staring at a huge ceiling. It was a ceiling I remembered seeing before, and when I sat up, I saw someone looking at me. Again, it was someone I'd seen before. You're awake, finally! Are you okay? Now's no time for sleeping. Get your ass up. Huh? You were unconscious, dude. I had to carry you back here. Well, it's no surprise considering what happened. What happened? Ah! Hey, are you okay? So it wasn't a dream. What I saw, it was real? That's right. It really did happen. Sayaka is dead. A deep, dark despair worked its way through my body and then exploded out of me. I shot up and took off running. Where do you think you're going? I have to see for myself. I have to see if Sayaka is...
Just give up.
You can check once, twice, 1,000 times. Sayaka is completely and irrevocably dead. No, I have to see for myself.
Why?
Listen to us, man. What do you think's gonna happen if you go out there? Well, what good is it gonna do just standing around here? I mean, why are we all hanging out in the gym at a time like this? Our friend, Sayaka, she's dead. Dead. When I said that, it finally hit me. I realized she really was gone.
Calm down.
None of us want to be here right now either. Then why? Shouldn't it be obvious? Monokuma, he told us to come here. Well, hold on. Don't talk like that. We all protested it. I mean, we remembered the terrible price Sayaka had to pay. But...
So...
I'm the one who convinced them to come. Right now, we need to do whatever he says. We're his prisoners, right? It's not a good idea to defy him without reason.
Correct.
We don't need to make any more sacrifices than we already have. Why should we listen to anything he has to say? It's obvious he's the one who killed Sayaka.
Wrong.
I would never do that! If you can believe anything, you can believe that! He's here again.
Hey!
Unless someone violates a school regulation, I absolutely will not interfere. I can promise you I won't do anything that goes against the purpose of our school life here.
Listen up!
I'm famous at Safari Park throughout the world for following the Bear Times 1 rule.
But...
And who did it? Who killed her?
Come on!
You already know the answer! The one who killed her is one of you! Nobody had a reply for that. One of us killed Sayaka. Don't be stupid, that's...
What?
What's the matter? You guys all look like you're about to see a dove get shot up with a Gatling gun. Don't you remember what I told you when this all began? One of you decided to kill Sayaka so that you could graduate. Someone's just following the rules. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well...
You're lying, right? Of course he's lying. I'm telling you, he killed her.
Wrong.
Nope, sorry. One of you is now a bona fide killer. If they wanted to, the one who did it could testify to that little fact. What? Without thinking, I looked around at everyone. They all had the same look on their face. Everyone looked at each other with a combination of fear, suspicion, and confusion. Are you serious?
What is this?
Someone killed someone! It's amazing what some people are capable of.
Just hold on.
Don't assume he's telling the truth.
Stop talking.
That's enough. Before we do anything else, I'd like to confirm something with the stuffed animal here. If one of us really did kill her, that person gets to graduate from the school, right?
Huh?
Come on.
Don't play dumb. That's what you said, isn't it? If you kill someone, you get to leave. naive! You're just so naive! You think it's really that easy? You could just kill someone and waltz on out of here?
Hey.
You're super naive! Devilishly naive! Hellishly naive! No! The real thing has just begun. The real thing?
Now then.
Are you ready? Allow me to explain the second part of the rule regarding graduation. Just like I explained before, you must kill someone if you want to leave. However, even if you do that, there's still one more part to the agreement you have to uphold, remember?
Then perhaps...
You are referring to rule number 6 of the school regulations. If you are the blackened that committed the murder, you can't be found out by the other students. That is what you're talking about, is it not?
In other words...
Bingo! It's not enough to just kill someone, you have to actually get away with it. Which naturally means you need a system in place to assess whether or not it's been gotten away with. So a certain amount of time after a murder has taken place, a class trial will begin. Class trial. Yep, it'll begin a few hours after the murder. Everyone will gather together, including the blackened who committed the murder. And they and the spotless students will all engage in one big debate showdown.
During the trial, you'll have to present your arguments about who you think the blackened is.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
And once everything comes to an end, the outcome will be decided by popular vote. If the answer you've arrived at is correct, only the one that disturbed your peace will be punished. The rest may continue their communal life. However, if you choose poorly, then the one who got away with murder will survive, and the rest of you will receive your punishment.
Punishment, eh? Well, it says survive, so I guess the punishment is death.
Which of course means your school life will come to an end. As far as class trial rules go, that's all there is to it.
Interesting.
Well...
So, what exactly is this punishment you keep talking about? Oh, well, to put it simply, it's execution!
What?
And by execution, you mean...
Execution is... execution. Execution! Electric chair. Bzz, bzz, poison gas. Torn apart like a paper plane in a hurricane.
Oh, dear. So let me make sure I understand. If we get the culprit right, then only they die. But if we get it wrong, all the rest of us get executed?
Well,
What a smart little chimpanzee you are. Look at you implying you didn't do it without actually saying it. So it's basically what the outside world calls a lay judge system, or an inquisition type thing. Which means you'll be deciding who you think the killer is. But judge carefully, because all your lives are on the line. Okay, let me just add the rules I just described to your handbook. Make sure you keep it in mind. The new rule has been added to the regulations menu.
Hey!
Well, wait. Hold on a second.
The hell are you
You're freaking insane, you know that? Huh?
What the...
A class trial? What the hell is that? I don't want anything to do with it.
What's this?
Why not?
Stop it!
What do you mean, why not? Why do I have to waste my time trying to figure out who murdered someone?
What?
What? Are you saying you're not going to participate in the trial? Only punishment awaits such blasphemy. What? Punishment? I don't know, throw you in a deep, dark, scary prison or something.
Shut the hell up!
Say whatever you want to. I'm not going to be part of this.
I don't believe it!
I love these little voice snippets at the beginning. Some of them are a little long, though.
Stop it!
You're the one being selfish. Kill whoever you want. It's got nothing to do with me. The evil standing before me, it's trembling with fear. I'm trembling with fear.
Shing!
But I I won't give in to such evil. It's my style to stick it out and resist it till the very end. If you really want to get out of here, you'll have to go through me first. As he said that, he came charging at us, although it was more of a waddle. But then... Oh. Why are we looking up her skirt?
Are you enjoying yourself now?
Are you?
Huh?
Violence against Headmaster Monokuma is not allowed. You violated a school regulation. I invoke the mighty summon spell. Help! To me, godly spear, Gungnir!
Oh my god. Oh no.
This wasn't supposed to... Why me?
Suddenly, right at the end, her eyes shot wide open. And just like that, she never moved again.
No way!
Oh, I don't... This can't be real.
Well now.
Now that I'm painfully aware of the great power and meaning of a promise, I really wanted to keep a corpse from popping up for no good reason, you know? But I guess y'all needed to be taught a lesson after all. Haha, what an amazing promise! But now you guys understand, right?
Now you see just how serious I am. Defy me and you get shot full of holes, exploded, buried alive, disintegrated, etc. So, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd best obey those school regulations.
Oh, damn. Junko's body had been impaled with a bunch of spears. An unbelievable amount of blood started pouring out of her body. It was the first time I'd ever seen the moment someone's life came to an end. Nobody there could deny what they'd seen. Junko, who until just a second ago had been our friend, was dead. She died. She'd been murdered. In simple terms, it was the death of a human being.
Wait,
It's really not all that shocking. She just died, that's all. Just went and died. It's no more remarkable than the inevitable demise of an entire human race. It's just as natural as the eventual end of the world itself. This isn't some superhero comic, so it's not like when you die, you didn't really die. This is reality!
Why?
Why did you have to kill her? Didn't you say you would put her in prison or something? I changed my mind.
I knew it.
No, you've been wanting to kill this entire time.
say what?
Kill this entire time? Don't be silly. You can't kill time. Or are you being metaphorical? Are you saying I wanted to waste time this whole time?
Damn it.
Come on, what do you take me for? I'm Monokuma!
Well now.
Anyway, none of that really matters now. I have something I'd like to give you to help you in your search for the Blacket.
Ta-da!
This little file has all the information I've gathered about the death in question. I'd like to call it...
The Monokuma file!
Indeed. I mean, naturally, you guys aren't experts at this kind of thing, so you can only do so much with a corpse. So instead, I've gathered up everything I know about the circumstance and cause of death. What's that? How do I know the cause of death, you ask? Because the surveillance cameras picked up the whole thing. I got to see it all go down.
So then,
Wait, so then you know who killed Sayaka? Of course I do! If I didn't, I couldn't possibly pass a fair and accurate judgment during the trial, now could I?
correct.
And that's a good point. The judge has to be able to make the proper decision. That's somehow comforting.
Well,
Now then, please put your full effort behind your investigation. After all, you don't have any choice but to give it your best shot. Seriously, you don't have a choice. Okay, so we'll meet up for the class trial in a little while. And with that, Monokuma disappeared once again. He left us stunned and confused. He left us at a total loss. He left us with Junko's dead body growing colder right in front of us. And for who knows how long, nobody said a word. The fact that Sayaka and Junko were dead was a huge shock, of course. But there was more to it than that. It was also the idea that one of us had actually murdered someone. And that if we didn't find out who it was, we would all die here. If we found ourselves in a situation where we couldn't help but look at each other with open suspicion. It was the worst situation imaginable, and yet, even in such a perversely terrible situation, she didn't show the slightest hint that it had gotten to her.
Hey.
Now's no time to wallow in your depression. The worst thing we can do right now is lose all faith in each other. That would lead to the same disastrous result as having total faith in everyone.
What?
Huh?
In other words,
Cooperation is absolutely key at this point. Who you decide to trust or not trust, of course, is up to you. Continuing to think about and talk about the deceased certainly isn't going to help anything.
What the heck?
Saying stuff like that is just... How many times have I told you? Anyone who can't adapt will die. Death is the only thing awaiting those who are unable or unwilling to adapt. If that happens, you only have yourself to blame.
That's terrible.
What an awful thing to say, especially after what's happened.
just a second.
Right now, exposing the killer is the most important thing. Because if we don't, we're all going to die here. She's right. We need to begin our search right away.
Of course.
Either way, we can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward.
What the heck?
We just have to do it, I guess. What other choice do we have? No way in hell am I letting someone kill me. Alright, damn it, let's do this. We just have to do it. Everyone keep repeating that sentiment. They were using it like a mantra to give themselves strength. But they're right, we just have to do this. No matter how much we don't want to, we have to. That's what it takes to survive. There's something I need to find out. I had to know why Sayaka had to die. Why she had to be the one. I'm terrified to find out, but still, I have to know. Otherwise, I knew I'd never be able to accept her death. Which is why I don't have any choice.
Hey,
Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decided to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed.
Hey.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then let Mondo look after the scene. Well, no, we can't leave him there alone.
What?
Why the hell not?
Stop talking.
Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all of the evidence you want.
So then.
Fine then, I'll stay on guard duty as well. That way there's no problem. Two-player co-op based defense with two of them. With their stats, they're totally OP. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you.
But...
I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try.
Oh.
So you finally noticed.
What the crap?
Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received, and I noticed something very obvious and very unusual.
Huh?
What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm.
Ah.
She's right.
Eh?
Then could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a sec, you've got it all wrong. For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth! Yeah, the look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. You think I did it?
So then,
Are we done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues from a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. if we get this wrong.
So,
Well, I do really have to say anymore.
Actually,
I'd rather you didn't.
goodbye.
Everyone, pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym.
Goodbye. Yo.
Yep, everyone's going.
Hey, damn it.
If whatever son of a gun did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence,
You're fucking dead.
they'd better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave their skull in myself. I'm serious. I will screw them up. But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that?
anyway,
We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. What are you implying?
this is...
It was
very
you.
sus-
I'm telling you it wasn't me. Don't come any closer! Are you gonna kill me next? I wish you would die next. Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check into this. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Why not? I'm not good with blood. At least all it takes is one glimpse and I black out.
Oh, yeah?
Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait, don't go yet. You have to hear me out. But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect? All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. Oh. Okay. The victim was Sayaka Maizano. The time of death is estimated to be 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow I have to find out the truth, so we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1 has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Okay? Okay, good, you're just taking me. Where Sayaka's corpse still remained. Alright, so, here's my key. Just key on the ground, my name on it. Remember correctly... We have to trade keys. Yep, you traded keys. Sayaka would have had the key in my room. But wait, if that's true then, how did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you. Okay. After soon... Let's see. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. So it was in here when we switched rooms. And with that... gone walking around. She couldn't have dropped it. So how did the killer... Switching rooms has been added to the truth bullet. Okay. Alright. Sword. This is the replica sword. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, it's been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself until now. I shouldn't be surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if it just touch a little bit. Replica sword. Okay. It looks like there's way less than before. See how dirty my room was and decide to clean it up? Let's see. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine. I can't even imagine... Okay.
Yo.
Oh, Mondo.
What?
We ain't exactly
What?
in the mood to be furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then.
What?
Not just me, nobody's
What?
busted theirs out yet as far as I know. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
By the way.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet, because, like, why the hell would we? Oh. This is Sword's been taken out of the sheath. Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how does the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense that the sheath would be damaged. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. The heavy sheath in the sword would only get in the way. So why is there scratches? It was used as a defense. Ooh. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. I was right. In the other room, if only I'd heard something.
Wait.
That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could have happened in the room right next to you and there's no way you could know. Perhaps this was another of Monokuma's strategies creating an ideal setting for murder. Evidence of a struggle. Oh, Kyoko, you're in the way. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating in the area, but...
What are you doing?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not really.
I'm searching.
Searching?
She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of the
Did you
room.
lose a contact or something?
I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said, Are you a clean freak? Huh? No, I don't think so, but why? Nodding, she glanced around the room once more.
I see.
Interesting. What's interesting?
Hey,
Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean?
so...
I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find one single strand of hair. Really?
Indeed.
Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it?
I see.
Very interesting. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka or the killer?
Well,
That's the question, isn't it? Ooh. Room cleanliness. Okay. Boom. The bathroom. And on the other side of this door. I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream. She had lost everything that made her her. All at once I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears, but I can't hesitate. Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, wanted to collapse, but I can't. What is that? I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... What? Written in blood were the numbers 11037. Did Sayaka do this? I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object had been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? That's definitely something I should look into later. So according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist was broken. Her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... there's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both hands are totally spotless, so how come only your left finger... Sayaka's wrist, okay, is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? So it's very possible she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Okay.
it would seem...
It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers? That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. I've never seen something written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself.
Right.
Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
So...
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location while she was sitting the way we found her, it means she must have written them by turning only her hand towards the wall. If you were to write something like position, do you know what the results would be? The results?
Well?
Think about it. You're not going to tell me?
Makoto.
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obviously you're not going to tell me. Dying message. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means, but honestly, I have no idea. I know. Who should I tell? When it comes to the numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
Makoto.
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door of your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
What?
Gets stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm only one, but the door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Bathroom door frame has been added. Okay.
Correct.
So the door doesn't quite fit in the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
That's right.
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Oh, huh? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. Why is it like this?
It would seem...
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Whatever it was, it's obvious it was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
So...
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Only the girls' bathrooms can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
Just a second.
I have just one more question for you. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it.
Hmm?
Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was something. Then that clears that up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
Goodbye.
Well, see you later. As if forgetting I was even there, she left. I don't really understand this, but I've already given my room maybe I should look around somewhere else. Murder weapon. I should look in the DVD Sayaka got. Okay. Alright, everyone. I'm going to cut the investigation part into 2 parts because it does take a long time to try and figure out all the clues. So thank you all so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content just like this. This is a long playthrough. I get that some people might not actually like those kind of things, but I will sprinkle a couple of my little one-off videos throughout. It won't just be straight up Danganronpa from here on out, so please keep that in mind. But for those of you who are enjoying the series, thank you so much for joining us. I will see you all next time. Bye!